And now continues the season of callbacks. Roll the intro.
My little pony, what is friendship all about? My little pony, friendship is magic.
Greetings, my brony and Pegasus friends. Welcome to Crimson Analysis. In this episode, I will be analyzing Season 7, Episode 22, Once Upon a Zeppelin. Does anyone else feel like this episode was kind of weird timing considering it came out right after the movie and both of them have airships? The episode opens with Twilight doing her princess duties, as she always does, and looks pretty bored as well. Wow, we haven't seen that in a while.
It's from my parents.
Your parents?
They want a Zeppelin cruise and get to take the whole family.
The whole family? This is
Aw.
great! I thought we were done with parents for this year. You know, considering we've seen all the parents at this point, we've had almost no character development on her parents. The only time we saw them was in a flashback when Twilight was telling the story of how she got her cutie mark, and they didn't even speak then. The only other time we saw them was when Fairyheart was born. I love how Spike takes charge here. Sure, Twilight is a princess and everything, but all work and no play. We all know what happens there. And Twilight has a tendency to push herself too far.
But Spike, you're as much a part of my family as any pony. I can't just leave you here to do all that work.
Thank you, Twilight, for that. I love that Twilight says this. Spike really deserves this. He's gotten a lot of hate over the seasons, and until a couple of seasons ago, a lot of Spike's episodes were not that good. And I love that she makes the mention that he's just as much a part of her family as her parents, her brother, and now Cadence are. It wouldn't be Twilight without a schedule. You know, that looks exactly like a BronyCon schedule. Or any convention for that matter.
Wait, you don't know where this prize came from?
When some pony offers you a free vacation, you just sign the paperwork and don't ask questions.
Okay, admit it, we all do this. No one reads the terms and conditions of a download and no one reads the fine print on a contract. And it sounds really bad and irresponsible, but we all do it.
Because we have room for the one thing I want to do. Our ship passes the frozen north at sunset, which is the only time you can see the astrological phenomenon known as the northern stars. It's like the stars are shooting out of the setting sun!
Out of all the things she mentioned, that one sounds like one I'd like to see. Although the barrel jumping over Niagara Falls could be interesting. Okay, something's not right here. What's going on? It's great to see that Princess Cadence finally has fans. She's gotten so much flack over the seasons, and she really deserves to have fans. And while we're on the subject, I'd like to say I really do love Cadence. She is one of my favorite characters of this series. I don't know why she's hated so much.
You can call Iron Will, Iron Will!
Iron Will? We haven't seen you since Season 2. I really did not think we'd see this guy again. And the season of callbacks continues. I wouldn't say a secondary character, but I don't think we're going to get much more development from this guy.
Every pony, stomp your hooves if you are here for the premiere cruise of the Princess's Experience!
Okay, so that's the problem. Look, Cadence gets her own banner. She definitely has fans.
Iron Will outlined all the details of the cruise in the prize acceptance and consent form that you signed.
I would say that's why you always read the fine print, but I still don't think any of us are ever going to read everything.
The winner is... Star Tracker! Congratulations, Star Tracker! Enjoy your prize!
Oh, that's a cool name. And he's actually kind of cute.
Congratulations to Star Tracker, who wins the grand prize, spending the day with Twilight as an honorary member of her family.
Oh, that's the prize? Okay, let's hope this guy's not a crazy fan. Okay, here's a little bit. This is not a main conflict in the story, but it does hold merit toward the end, so I'm going to mention it here. This guy starts to invade Twilight's personal space. And here the problem arises. As Twilight wants to spend time with her family doing stuff they enjoy, but she has to perform all the princess duties that Iron Will wants because that's the deal she made.
That was exciting! Wasn't it, son?
Does she remind any pony else of Rainbow's mom, Wendy Whistles? And Twilight's not the only one having problems, as Princess Cadence herself is also having problems with her fans.
Oh, Niagara Falls was amazing! The endless open air, the water in my mane, oh, the small
Okay, I love her so much. Twilight's mom is awesome. Oh no! Oh, she missed it. No, I feel really bad for her here. Anytime in this show, no matter who it is, anytime a character cries, I feel really bad. I feel so bad for her. This is so hard for me to watch. And finally, she snaps. Remember what I said about this guy invading Twilight's personal space and it having merit later on? Well, this is where it has merit.
My hoof! I'm sorry, but maybe that wouldn't have happened if you weren't practically standing on my tail. Not even my real family stands so close. Ugh.
I also feel really bad for this guy. I mean, Twilight's justified, but still, it's hard for me to watch her do this to the guy. I mean, he seems like a really nice pony, and I was cringing through the entirety of this scene. It's so hard for me to watch. I feel so bad for Twilight, and I feel so bad for the guy.
I just want every pony to be happy.
Well, sometimes ponies want more from a princess than you can give, and it can be hard to know where to draw the line. You will always have obligations as a princess, but you also have an obligation to yourself.
Okay, see? This is why I love Cadence so much. She gives Twilight real-life advice. I mean, we've seen Celestia give Twilight advice a lot more often, but that's more just wisdom. Here, Cadence is giving Twilight real-life advice.
How's that, dearie?
Better, thanks.
It wasn't fair of me to lash out at you. If I felt like you were standing too close, I should have said something. I'm sorry.
I'm really glad she went back and apologized to this guy.
We're gonna do something I want us to do, as a family. Honorary members, too.
And that she accepted him as an honorary family member for that day. He's not a bad guy. I actually really like him. Sure, he went a little overboard, but he deserves to have a good time. So, Twilight decides to deviate from the schedule and just spend time with her family, honorary family included.
But I honestly came on this cruise to take some time off from being a princess. I'm just a pony too, after all. And even though I want every pony here to be happy, I'd really like to spend the rest of the cruise relaxing with my family.
Of course, Princess Twilight.
But why was this trip advertised as a cruise of the princesses if you just wanted to get away?
I'm really glad there were no crazy pony fans, and they were very understanding of Twilight wanting to spend time with her family.
Iron Will's Cruise of the Princesses makes no guarantees as to the participation of actual princesses.
What?
And now every pony turns on Iron Will.
No refund!
He may be pushy and manipulative, but no pony can say that Minotaur isn't prepared.
Yes, he's definitely that. Final thoughts? This was a really good episode. It finally explained a fact of Twilight that we've been wanting them to touch on for a while. Twilight is a princess now, and as a result she has lots of princess duties she has to complete, and she often takes on more than she can handle. Twilight has always struggled with this issue. She even struggled with it before she was a princess. Lesson 0 comes to mind. It's nice to see the show finally address this aspect of her character. I do want to address the fact that this episode seems like another convention-style episode. I mean, you have ponies wearing merchandise and cosplaying. And they seem to be split too. Some are fans of Twilight, and others are fans of Cadence. Again, Cadence deserves to have fans. You know, at every convention there's always those crazy fans. I'm really glad that most of the ponies here were not that crazy. Although there were a few. And we have the return of Iron Will. We haven't seen this guy since Season 2 Putting Your Hoof Down. I didn't think we'd ever see this guy again, but I also thought that for Big Daddy McColton, look how that turned out. I want to spend just a little bit more time talking about Cadence and Shining Armor. From their first appearance, I actually really liked them both. I'm sure we all enjoy seeing this.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
But for some reason, they both have been getting a lot of hate, and I don't really understand why. I mean, their characters weren't developed that well to begin with, but I really think they're good characters, and they add something to the show. Sure enough, we never heard of Twilight having a brother until the end of the second season. I'm gonna say it, I really do love Cadence. Almost as much as I love Luna. I love her voice, I love her design, I love her character, I love a lot of things about her. She's a really good sister-in-law for Twilight, and she's always willing to give her good life advice. I don't understand why people don't like her very much. And I want to mention this just one more time.
But Spike, you're as much a part of my family as any pony.
Thank you, Twilight. He really deserves that. I give this episode a 7.6 out of 10. Twilight learns a good lesson about not biting off more than you can handle. And even though she's a princess, sometimes you have to get away from it and just take a break. She is just a pony after all, like everyone else. And we have some nice parallels with conventions, with ponies wearing merchandise and cosplaying. We get some development on Twilight's parents and get to understand a little bit about what they're like, and Cadence also shines her light and helps out Twilight. All in all, I enjoyed this episode. Well, that's all for this episode of Crimson Analysis. I'm Crimson Shield, thanks for watching.